4 is 300. So on average, people want to spend 150 with you. She got all them followers. I'm going to go even lower. If she would have launched to 250,000 people, 250,000. This is on launch, people, not a year, on launch. She could have had $37.5 million with no middleman, that she owned, that she controlled, that nobody else controlled. That's $37.5 million on fucking launch. I never said she wasn't straight. As long as she has an audience, she will always be straight. But what I'm saying is she could have launched to 37 million. And that's with that, I promise you, that's with nominal branding. That's with nominal branding. Nominal branding, she could have launched. No middleman. Nobody splitting revenue. No. If you launched with that and controlled your own, and that's on launch. So essentially, if that's on launch and she doubled down with the way that she does, did those live streams with those products and the whole bit, that 37 million, honestly, over the course of a year, easily 10 times that much. This woman could have had $500 million. $500 million. You know why? I don't know her. But if I had to say, why do I think she did it that way? People just don't know the possibilities that exist in social media. That's it. People just don't know the possibility. You know, I look at several case studies. I look at Lou Mac Cosmetics. That was the cosmetic line that Avery Sunshine did to make some money while the pandemic was going on and they couldn't make any money because they weren't touring. So they decided to start a little cosmetic company. You know, she wears the lipstick and stuff like that, and she does a great job applying her own, but she's not a cosmetics person, right? She's thinking, okay, I could approach social media the exact same way I approached it with my music, and things are going to be absolutely successful. And in essence, that's not even what happened, right? So I'm smart enough to look at case. I can look at individuals, I can look at people, look at what they're doing and go, okay, they're not using social media in this way. They're using social media the way they think it should go. Another example, Lexi with Geek Cosmetics. You know, she does the whole cosmetic thing. When COVID was going on, when COVID was happening, Lexi was on top of that cosmetic. She was selling that stuff left and right. Now that COVID is over, she ain't really doing as much as she used to do with the cosmetics. We can look at people like Nikki, right? Everybody follow Nikki. Nikki, at one point, she had them seasons and them sauces. Something happened along the way. She fell off from doing it. The same thing with the sauces with Tracy from Mama's Comfort Cooking, right? I'm just telling you, this is the kind of stuff I look at. Y'all look at social media to play around with social media. You see what I'm saying? I look at social media as a tool to make and generate money, because the money is out there. But if you use social media in a way where all you're doing is just scrolling, and you're not looking at the absolute opportunity that exists, you can't blame nobody else when you have missed opportunity. And I'm sorry, I just happen to be looking at the missed opportunities, and I'm free to talk about missed opportunities. That don't mean I'm hating on somebody. That don't mean I don't like somebody. How I don't like somebody I don't even fucking follow? That don't even make sense to me. I don't even follow Tabitha Brown. I have no issue with her whatsoever. But what I'm saying is I'm smart enough to know, especially somebody, well, it may not be too late. The problem you have is you have your brand gets watered down. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. The problem you have is that everybody now has associated Tabitha Brown with McCormick. No doubt she's also signed contracts and non-compete, right? So everybody in their mind, they've associated her with Sunshine Seasoning. Now you've associated her with drops in Target, right? So now, based on the way you've already associated her with her mind, what do I always tell you about change management? How long does change management take? What is my quote? How long does change management takes on social media? How long does it take? You think I'm lying to you when I tell y'all this stuff. It takes at least a year. So nobody is going to even recognize her apart from anything else, because the first impression is already cemented in their minds with everything else that's already happened. So it's going to take at least a year of change management to happen, even if she were to break out and do things on her own. That would still take an absolutely long time to do. So now you have to now go back. Can she generate a level of income in her if she started her business? Yes, absolutely she could. Would it still be the same amount it could have been? No. If she worked on a plan and a strategy, could she get there? Absolutely. But who's to say she even wants to do this? Right. See, somebody says maybe she didn't want to start that. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Who's to say this is even what she wants to do? You know, entrepreneurship ain't everybody's lot in life. You know what I'm saying? It's mine. But who's to say that this is something that everybody wants? You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing you missed opportunity. I can't show you missed opportunity in the context of this is what she missed, which is why you never heard me mention her name specifically in terms of what she missed, because I recognize that this may not be what the hell she want. I'm just telling you what I caught. You see what I'm saying? This may not be her. She may say, listen, I'm fine doing what I'm doing, and that's cool. That's cool. But I'm just telling you, this is how the conversation started the other day. And I guess, you know, when you hear sound bites or whatever the case may be, you think that, oh, he hating, oh, he talking. Okay, girl, I'm hating, sure. Like, I know how to generate that. Like, I know how to do that with no problem. Okay? And as somebody who intrinsically understands how to do this, the point I'm making is here's what was missed. Here's what could have been. Here's what could have happened. That don't mean if you tell somebody what could have happened, it don't mean you don't like them. You know, oh, baby, you could have gone to school and be a doctor. That don't mean I'm hating on you because I said what it could have been. I just showed you the numbers. You can tell me I'm lying all day long. You see what I'm saying? But when you see the numbers, look, I can go a step further. I can go a step further. Let's just say, for example, I'll go a step further with you. I don't have no problem doing that. We can do that right now. Here. Okay, let's give her 4 products. Matter of fact, let's double down real fast. Let's really give it to her, okay? Let's give, come on, Tab's Company. Okay, we're going to double down. We're going to be the Williams-Sonoma for the vegans, for our people, okay? Very good. It's called the Very Good Company. The Very Good Co. LLC. Okay? In the Very Good Company, in our first year, we're going to launch 5 products that are major and 5 products that are minor. Why are we launching major and minor products? Everybody doesn't have major money, right? And you don't want to leave the majors out. Okay, so on our 5 major products, M-A-J, they're going to be as follows. A pressure cooker, a juicer. We're also going to do an air fryer. We're also going to do a stand mixer, and we're also going to do a blender. To make this easy math, each one will be $65. Okay, let's go with our minor products, okay? On our minors, we're going to have a basic seasoning set. We know her for seasoning, so she can have a whole thing. You get the sunshine, you get the smoked salt, you get the garlic pepper, you get the orange fennel. She'll come up with something. She's creative, okay? So we will do like a seasoning starter pack. A seasoning starter pack, okay? You gotta do cookbooks, okay? 3 of those. That's the next 3 products, 2, 3, and 4, okay? So we got cookbook 1, cookbook 2, and cookbook 3. And then while we at it, kitchen hand towels. That's cute, right? Kitchen towel set. Now let's price this out. The seasoning starter pack, $29. That's good. Cookbook number 1, everything could be $29. Yeah, everything is $29. This make perfect sense. Okay, so everything $29. Let me get my I got the calculator right here, don't I? Okay, so how many people we gonna sell to? With an audience, let's just be conservative. Let's do the most conservative number we can do. Let's do launch calculations, and then let's also do over the course of a full year calculation. Okay? That way we can see what this looks like. Okay? Now, if I were to do the numbers and look at my audience, she has 4-5 million people, right? She could easily do a couple of viral videos. So what I would do before I do all this, before I knew I was going to launch something, is I would stir my name up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I would make sure I go live. I would make sure I'm doing a couple of interviews. I would do a couple of cookings. I would do all those things, right? That way I have a little bit of more eyes on me, so people know what's coming, okay? So with 4 million people, we could easily, over the course of a full year, convert 500,000. Okay, so we're gonna do our audience of 500K. Okay, now on 500K, I'm gonna be super conservative. And I'm gonna take 75 of them gonna participate in the launch. Okay, so for our launch, we have 75,000 orders. Okay, now if our average orders are $65 times 5. Divided, hold on, let me do this real fast so I can calculate. It got to come up. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. So we're doing 65 times 5 is 325. We'll cut that in half so we can look at our average order. Or what I said, 65 times 5 equal divided by 2 is 162.50. So at least of them 75,000 people, okay, half of those is going to spend $162.50. $162.50. And the other 50% is going to spend the 29 times 5. Okay, come on. 29 times 5 is 145 divided by 2. 145. Come on, girl, divided by 2. What you doing? Okay, $73. Okay, that's easy. You got that. Okay, 73. Now, let's do the math. With 75,000 people divided by 2, 37.5 is going to spend 162.50. 37,500 times 162.50 equals 37,500 times 162.50, $6 million. Okay, 6.1 million. This is on launch, people. Launch. You ever care what you tell me? Shit. Okay, 6.1 million. Now, if the other 37, they spending $73. See, okay, now let's do that math. 37,500 times 73 is $2.7 million. Okay, 2.7 million. 6.1 and 2.7 is 8.8 million on launch. But that's just launch. Let's deal with the other 425,000 orders because we ain't got that yet, okay? So we still have 425K orders left. Now, this is what you focus on the course of your 12 months. Your content, your interviews, your live streams, your flash sales, all that stuff, okay, is what you do. All right, so you got 425,000 people, all right? Let's give them a third of what everybody else spent, right? Because your core is going to spend regardless, okay? If I tell you I got a new product coming out, you're going to go buy it right now. You don't give a shit. You know, I fuck with you, Darius. I like what you're doing. I want it. I know I'm going to want it, okay? So let's do a third of what everybody else spends. So when everybody else is spending 162.50, oh, that's half. My bad. What we said? We said 65 times 5. Okay, let's do that. 65 times 5 equals 325 divided by 3 this time. Okay, that's $108 over the course of the year per customer. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's do this. So for 425, 50% of the people are going to spend $108. Okay, and the other 50% are going to spend, that's the 29. Let's do that one. 29 times 5, come on, we get to it, divided by 3 is $48. Yep, all right, 48. Now, let's split this 425 in half. 425,000 people divided by 2 is 212,000 on both fronts. 212,500. 212,500. Y'all ready for these numbers? Okay. With 425,000 people, if half of those over the course of the year just spent $108 with me, that's 212,500 times 108. Bitch, my calculator don't even calculate that. Oh, I divided. That's why. 212,500 times what I said, 108. Oh, 22.9, 23 million. Hold on, we getting to it. So that's 23 million. And then the other half gonna spend $48. Let's do that one. 212,500 times 48. That's 10.2 million. So here we got, let's see what missed. Come on, let's do it together. Missed money. Launch is 6.1 million plus 2.7 million. Annual over the course of a year is 23 million plus 10.2 million, which means that the total 6.1, let's do it. Girl, come on, go away. Girl, hold on. You know, the iPad calculator, she be, you know, it really be going through. Hold on one second. This is the iPad calculator. You know, the iPhone calculator is fine. The iPad calculator, honey, she has a whole problem. Okay, here we go. Let's do the math. What we said? Okay, 6.1 and 2.7 is 6.1 plus 2.7 plus 23 million plus 10.2 million. $42 million. Just like that. $42 million on year one was missed. $42 million. Look, if she had 5 products major, 5 products minor, the major products, only $65. Now, imagine what could happen if, because she could sell a premium product, she took that $65 and now made that $99. You see what I'm saying? Look at the difference in what she would generate, okay? Then you take your minor products, your seasoning starter pack, 3 cookbooks, and a kitchen towel set. This ain't even that fucking hard to put together. You know, you could do an apron or something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's just $29. If you just take a small audience, now she could easily get more than 500,000. She could easily get more than 500,000. Easily. I'm just using this to be conservative. And I'm saying on her launch, she's only getting 75,000 orders on her launch. If half of the 75,000 spent 162 and half of the 75,000 spent 73, she would make 6.1 and 2.7 million respectively on launch. That's 8.8 million, right? And that's only with 75,000. You still got 425,000 people to deal with over the course of a year. And if you sold them on average at 108, which you're going to spend more than that, the reason I know the people are going to spend more than $108, especially on major products, because you spend more than 108 with me. You spent more than 108 with me. Some of you done spent close to 1,000 over the course of this year alone on major products with me. Okay? Some of you have spent more than that with me. So I know you would spend easily 108 on average with her. Okay? Now, if you spend over the course of the year, 425, 50% at 108, 50% at 48, and a number of people are 212,000, that's $23 million. And I'm being conservative. Then it's your minor products, that's 10.2 million. If you add up the 6.1 and the 2.7 from launch only, right? Then you add up your annual 23 plus your 10, that's 42. And that's only on year 1, people. Year 1. That's on year 1. So I don't know who you think is hating on this woman. I don't know where you get this from. I don't know why you believe that, okay? It doesn't matter what you pay the manufacturers. That's all revenue. The point is you're not getting that revenue with your